Hello and good morning to all of you. I hope that you are having a fabulous start to your day. It is Wednesday, so it's Wellness Wednesday. Sorry, I have something on my lip. It's my hair. Drives me crazy. I don't know about you. Things like that bother me. Good morning. Happy Wellness Wednesday. I hope that you are having a fabulous start to your day. It's beautiful here in Las Vegas. The sun is shining. The air is a little crisp, but that is okay. I like it. It's nice to have things cooling down for a change, right? Because it gets so super hot here in the desert. So today, as you can see in the title, I called it, I want to talk to you about how, we always are trying to be in control of everything, our lives, everything that we do, everything that we say. We want to be able to control the outcome of situations. We want to control the process. We just want to control everything. And so you're saying to yourself, well, I want to be in control, so why should I pivot? Well, guess what? It's essential for our emotional well-being to achieve self-awareness around our emotions, right? That's part of it. So we can make better decisions on how we respond when we are triggered based on how we are feeling. And as I said, as you can see from today's topic, it's about control and pivoting. Good morning, I'm Leslie Godet, and I'm an empowerment coach. I help my clients achieve self-awareness around their emotions so that they can handle their triggers, manage their emotions, and get back to what's important, which is living a more positive life. So as I was saying, achieving self-awareness means taking time to really dive deep and get to know who you are, being open to change because change is inevitable, and embracing that pivoting may be part of the process. In fact, I think it's a part of the process that we oftentimes resist. Yes, being resistant to change, I get it. I've been there. I've done that. So today I want to talk to you about why you should learn to pivot. So why should you? Why should you learn to pivot? Well, I'll give you a number one answer to that. You can't control what you can't control. Let me just put that out there. Again, we always think we want to be in control of everything. Our life, our lifestyle, the way that we show up every day, the way that everyone else shows up in our life, the things that we do, the process of getting to the things that we want, everything. We try to control it, but we cannot control what we can't control. Like I said, we always think or like to think that we're in control of our lives or that we should be in control always. But here's the thing. Again, you can't control how your life pans out because, again, you can't control what you can't control. But you can control how you show up in your life every single day. You allow life to happen for you, not to you. And you allow yourself to become an active participant in your life. Not, as I said, it's important that you actually show up and actively participate. Now, things happen, right? But here's the thing. When you're not an active participant in your life, in other words, you let life happen to you and you let the chips fall where they may, you're basically saying, this is it. Oh, well, that's life. Those are the cards I've been dealt. Why even try? Yada, yada, yada. You get where I'm going with this? I know a lot of you watching think that you're actively participating in your life, but if you're allowing your emotions to manage you and drive your responses, then you're just a passenger. You're not in the driver's seat, and that's where you want to be. So as you can see behind me, I have this chart. It's called the trigger cycle. And I'll explain to you a little bit about what it is. So we all navigate this cycle every day. Now, I'm just bringing it to your awareness that you are navigating this cycle every day. That's where once I went through my own journey, journey to self-awareness, discovery, and all of that, I realized that this is something that I had to learn to navigate. And so I put together this cycle, this chart for you to give you a better understanding of what I'm talking about. So what are triggers? Triggers could be things like the anniversary date of loss or trauma. They could be something really scary happens in the news. Perhaps it's the end of a relationship, family friction, spending too much time alone. You feel isolated. Maybe you feel judged, criticized, teased, or put down. That's happened to you in your past. Financial problems. Those are some triggers that can happen to you, right? But here's another little thing that most people don't realize, that our triggers have their own triggers. Oh my gosh, are you serious? Yes, I'm serious. So even if you have, say, a trigger around an anniversary date of maybe loss or trauma, that trigger in itself could be triggered on a non-anniversary date. And those emotions that you've assigned to that memory, that event in your life, will come right back welling up into the forefront, and you're just in it. Ah, that's like crazy. So yes, I'm telling you, not only are there triggers, but there are triggers to our triggers, and they don't always have to be on the day of an anniversary date of loss or trauma. Family friction doesn't even have to be that you're being going through. You have family friction, but something else can trigger those emotions, getting you to think about the friction that you're going through. Like I said, there are triggers. So again, what are triggers? I've given you it. What do triggers do? They fuel our emotions, the emotional piece. That's the piece where you have control over. So I know that there's a lot of you out there who like to be in control of things. Well, guess what? That is the piece that you can control. If you learn self-awareness around your own emotions, like how you show up when you're triggered. Because if you're not in that space where you're not self-aware around your emotions and how you are showing up emotionally when you are triggered, your emotions, in essence, as I said, are driving, and you're in the passenger seat. So what's happening is that your emotions are driving your responses, the things that you say and you do, how you emotionally show up to being triggered. And on top of that, what happens? Our actions, they provide the reward. So the reward is either positive or negative. So a lot of the time we show up negatively in the way that we just emotionally respond. And so once we do that, we usually end up saying something that we often will regret later after we've had time to cool down and really think about it. Example, you have an argument with your significant other. You might say or do some things that you really regret, but in the heat of the moment, you've just justified your answer the way you've shown up. And justifying is you're not right. You're not always right. That's something I talked about yesterday. If you want to take a listen to that, just go back to yesterday's video. But again, it is how you are showing up emotionally. And so now you're going down to this road to guilt, shame, and regret, because now you feel guilty for what you said or done. You're feel shame for what you said or done, and now you regret what you've said and done, and now you have to go back and fix it. So that is why I encourage you to learn how to do this. And how do you do that? Well, the reason I'm bringing this to you is because I started a free Facebook group, and it's a place where you will learn real things, what you can do to help you learn your self-awareness around this. But I'll talk more about that later. So let's get back to it. When you participate in your life, which you obviously should, like I've said, it means that you are saying that you're ready to be the best version of you, and that you're ready to do whatever it takes to be the best version of you, not just for others, but for yourself. Because I want you to remember something. You are also important to show up for as your best version. It will make you a happier human being when you like yourself for who you are, what you do, and how you live your life. If you like that part of you, if you like who you are, the person that you're showing up as, you're going to really start living a happier life. Like, you're going to start really enjoying the life that you're living. Isn't that what we want for ourselves, is to enjoy the life that we're living? Again, the question posed is, why should you learn to pivot? Well, number two, it again comes down to living the best life you possibly can and loving your life at the same time. Again, being that best version of you makes you happier. You start living a life that you love, and you start loving the life that you are living based around learning your self-awareness around this, because you know you're going to go through it every single day. Like, this might happen once a day. It might happen multiple times a day. Because we're emotional people. We're emotional human beings. So what can pivoting do for you? Gosh, I mean, the sky is the limit, right? Or do you even believe that? I know that I do, because I know that the possibilities are limitless if you open up and allow yourself to let go of resistance to change and resistance to pivoting if you need to. Pivoting is not a bad thing, but people look at change and pivoting as being a really negative thing, and it's not. It doesn't have to be. You are on this journey called life, and lots of times we have destinations in our lives. I feel like those destinations really are just stepping stones to the next thing, the next level in our journey, meaning that your journey is never ending. It's always evolving. So if your destination or your destinations, your stepping stones are in your journey and your journey is ever evolving, and if you allow yourself to be open and accepting of change, because change is inevitable, like I said, thereby you're allowing yourself to accept that pivoting may be part of your journey, then you're in essence going to be allowing yourself to step into your own greatness. We are unique. I love that about us. Everyone is unique. We're not the same. We might have similar things about ourselves, but we are not the same. We're all unique. And by allowing yourself to step into your own grace, into a life that you love, and on top of that, being the cherry on top or the icing on the cake, you start to love the life that you are living. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm loving my life because I've learned that in order to do that, I had to learn my self-awareness around this cycle and start doing the things that I need to do every day. It's not a thing like one shoe or whatever, like one size fits all. No, it's not one thing fixes everything. What I mean is that this is something we go through every day, but it's just learning how to show up for it, navigate it every day. You may even surprise yourself. Guess what? Because this dream, your dream of what you want your life to look like may even be that much bigger and better because you've learned to embrace and accept that change is inevitable. Allowing yourself to pivot if needed, because guess what? Your picture, the one in your mind, the one you've been dreaming about, thinking about, trying to manifest, could be that much bigger than you could ever have imagined. Ergo, embracing change and learning that pivoting can be a really good thing. So when you say that you want to be in control and are not comfortable with change or pivoting, I believe you're just saying you're stopping yourself from being more, being that better version of you. Because what if that thing that you're stopping yourself from doing is something great that's meant for you to step into? But you're resistant to change or resistant to pivoting. So that's why I come back to my free Facebook group. I started because I feel like it's needed. There's so many people today that are navigating their lives around this cycle with their emotions in the driver's seat, feeling like they're on this perpetual wheel, merry-go-round or hamster wheel that just won't stop. They can't get off of it, and they're desperately trying to find a way off of it. But they don't know what to do. I was there. I remember how I felt being on this perpetual hamster wheel that wouldn't stop. I couldn't think. I really couldn't think. Or maybe I was just resistant to change and pivoting. So thinking that no way, that there's nothing out there for me that could be different. Not allowing myself to step into my own greatness. By joining this group, this free Facebook group that I started, it's called Manage Your Triggers VIP Academy. It's a place where you're going to learn. You become a member of a community of like-minded people who are looking to level up their own self-awareness around their emotions so that they can handle their triggers, manage their emotions, and live a more positive life. That's the goal. By joining the group, you learn to level up your self-awareness by implementing tips and strategies that I provide you to get you thinking about your self-awareness around your emotions. Yes, self-awareness around your emotions is key. That's where you're going to learn that this is the piece you control, so that now when you're in control of your emotions, you're the one that's in the driver's seat driving your responses and your reactions. It's up to you. That's where you can control that piece. By joining this group, you get mentally challenged to step outside of your comfort zone and challenging yourself mentally, which I know you are all capable of. We are all capable of challenging ourselves mentally. We've done it our whole lives up to this point. By joining this group, you get access to me. I go live every Thursday evening at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for a free coaching Q&A. This is where you get to ask me anything if you need a quick tip or a strategy. Well, maybe, and then maybe if it's not enough, you can always DM me. Let's set up a call. Let's set up a 15-minute free call. All it costs you is for you to show up for that call, showing up for you. You're worth it, right? I said it's all free for you. I have not only helped myself learn my self-awareness, like I went on this journey and I love who I am today, but I've helped others achieve self-awareness around this. I'm currently working within my group, helping others achieve self-awareness around this. And I would love to be able to help you do the same thing. It's up to you. It's free to you. You have nothing to lose by joining. You have lots to gain by joining the group. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Whether it's live or if you're watching it back, I really hope that this was helpful for you to hear it today, because learning to and ultimately gaining self-awareness around your emotions around this cycle is super important to your emotional well-being so that you can start living a more positive life today. I appreciate your support by watching me, by lifting and supporting and encouraging me to keep going. I only ask that you help me to help others by sharing my video, because you never know, there could be that one person today, even if it's only one, that needs to hear this message today, needs to know that there's a place that they can go to start learning to help them learn their own self-awareness around this cycle, that there really is a way off that hamster wheel to get that merry-go-round to slow down and to stop, and for them to be in the driver's seat rather than the other way around of their emotions. Remember to navigate today with an attitude of gratitude, because with the right attitude, you will be in the right mindset to at least take notice of what's happening in your life around this cycle. And maybe able to stop yourself from emotionally showing up the way you typically would, because you're becoming more self-aware. So again, I hope this was helpful. And I'm so glad that you tuned in. My name is Leslie Godet, and I'm an empowerment coach. I help my clients achieve self-awareness around their emotions so they can handle their triggers, manage their emotions, and get back to what's really important, which is living a more positive life. I hope you have a fabulous day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.